Question 12a. A recent census showed that 20% of the adults in a city eat out regularly. Part 1. A survey of 100 adults in this city is to be conducted to find the proportion who eat out regularly. Show that the mean and standard deviation for the distribution of sample proportions of such surveys are 0.2 and 0.04 respectively. The mean or the expected value of the sample proportion p hat is equal to p, where p represents the proportion of the population that eat out regularly. Hence, the expected value of p hat is equal to 20% or 0.2. The variance of the sample proportion p hat is equal to pq over n, where p is equal to 0.2, q is equal to 1 minus p, which is 0.8, and n is equal to 100, which represents the number of people in the sample. So the variance is equal to 0.2 times 0.8 over 100, which equals 0.0016. Now the standard deviation of the sample proportion is equal to the square root of the variance of the sample proportion, so that's equal to the square root of 0.0016, which equals 0.04. Part 2. Use the extract shown from a table giving values of the probability that the random variable z is less than z, where z has a standard normal distribution, to estimate the probability that a survey of 100 adults will find that at most 15 of those surveyed eat out regularly. "15 people who eat out regularly out of a sample size of 100 corresponds to a sample proportion of 0.15. Now the z-score corresponding to 0.15 is given by z equals 0.15 minus 0.2 over 0.04. And this is from the z-score formula. So 0.2 corresponds to the mean and 0.04 corresponds to the standard deviation of the sample proportion. Now the probability that z is less than negative 1.25 is equal to 1 minus the probability that z is less than positive 1.25. And that equals 1 minus 0.8944 using the table. And that equals 0.1056 or 10.56%. Now note that the probability that z is less than negative 1.25 is equal to the probability that z is greater than 1.25 due to the symmetry or the symmetrical nature of the normal distribution. Hence, the probability that z is less than negative 1.25 is equal to the probability that z is greater than 1.25, which equals 1 minus the probability that z is less than 1.25.